national championship, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Hokies will boot it away to start the game. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Clemson's offense will go to work first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads.
Check this out, in my eyes, load.
His arm talent, he had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Back to throw, it's Barnett. Bringing the heat. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
Got his man quickly. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
Wants to throw again. And that's...
I like this out here. I like this. See it. It's big. I see these motherfucking huts on this motherfucking water. Look like on a motherfucking island somewhere. Huh? Which one kind? Bomba? I hear some music. What you want right now? Rihanna. Yeah, Blue Boy playing. Yep. What's up with you? Good? Yeah. It's dark too, but oh shit. What did I say? Oh shit. Good for me? Hold on. I hear dual music. Hell yeah. Hello, what's this flick? What's this right? No AG.
Incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Offense in an empty set. Quarterback making adjustments. On third down, he drops to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the catch. Working through the air, they're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team to play well, and they've been doing that. Obviously, David, they've got...
Turning it on! Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And he's got it! Touchdown, Tigers!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive, cap it off with a touchdown.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So an 82-yard drive there. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Virginia Tech's offense has the ball for the first time. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win?
Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 40. The 30. Past the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
It's caught downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry out.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
This has been a staple of the offense at Clemson. Get those big receivers, let them make plays downfield, and it's been very effective. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To throw, it's Barnett. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Now staring at a third down. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Right on the money. He is not going to get there. Stop. The line to gain, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave them. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT.
Breaks into the open. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Hokies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. It's funny, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been the best D-line we've ever seen in college football. And I tell you, sometimes this dude... He could start on that D-line. He's that talented.
They booted away on 4th down. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Back to throw, it's Barnett. Trying to get behind the defense. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver at his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tiger.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. To the air on 1st down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. There he goes. How about about the power there to get it across the 20 and up to the 21-yard line. And here comes the offense on second down. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop them on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Hokies will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Looking for a man. It's Barnett. Pressure coming. And he's forced out of bounds and missed his opportunity to get rid of the football. A huge loss forced on the play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Clemson jumps to the line.
Really nice play there catching the pass. And I'll tell you, it's not easy to get on the field these days at Clemson if you're a wideout because of the success they've had recruiting.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Hokies. The defense putting points on the board.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave him some yards, but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Wants to go up top on first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. They're dealing with a second and long. To the air, it's Barnett. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that.
He'll take a shot. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after. Sack. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Hokies will punt it away on 4th down. Bring it out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looks it in at the 40. And the returner will be brought down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw an interception.
Snags it, and he will score. Touchdown, Clemson.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Looking to throw on 1st down. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Touchdown, Tigers! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the 2nd half to get some stops.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the catch. It's Garcia. Lots of running room. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Almost intercepted in the end zone, and what a red zone stop that would have been. It'll be 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. Going to take a shot. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. Time to see how things play out the rest of the way as we send it back to our guys in Death Valley.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the...
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Back to pass on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Green. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. And the Hokies send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson.
Punt returners, man, you just got to make one guy miss. You make the first 2 miss, and then a lot of times it's off to the races. This guy is so dangerous in the open field, as he shows right there in the punt return touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Utah State is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping. They're trailing by 25 to Washington State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They got it on offense. Takes the handoff. It's Davidson. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner is stopped. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Wants to fire on second down. And down he goes back at the 3. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll try the run. Powers through the defender.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good.
Trying to pick out that ball through a deluge of rain, and he missed it. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Looking for a gap. It's Davidson. Halfway there on first down. It's 2nd and 5. They'll leave it with him. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. Here's a hit. It's on target and complete. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the third quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. From the red zone, looking for a space. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Give to the running back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The give is to Garcia. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. The Hokies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. 3rd down play from the gun. Snagged in the middle. It's Green. Really nice job to get it past the sticks. Pick up the 1st down at the 30. And the Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the right. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Oh, they're after him. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Wants to throw. It's Locklear. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. The Hokies will line up to punt it away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Clemson trying to put its paws on a productive red zone trip. The give and tick, 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 tick. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
The Tigers will hustle from the lock, and they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Going right to work up top. Here's the pressure. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. And the Hokies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. The Hokies line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory. Instead, he'll make the fair catch. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep...
Oh, he's got some space. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The give out of the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They'll run the screen. Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. The kick is on its way. On his way from around the 50. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will